Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session with its arraignment docket. First case is cause number 23CCCR0086. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Ricky Wilson. Mr. Wilson, would you please come forward? Mr. Wilson, your full name is Ricky Dwayne Wilson? Yes, sir. Mr. Wilson, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Wilson, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God? Yes, sir. Mr. Wilson, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Wilson? That's good, Mr. Wilson. I have before me two documents. The first document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without an Attorney. Do you recognize this document? Yes, sir. And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Yes, sir. Are these your initials on the line stating that you want to waive your right to attorney to represent yourself? Yes, sir. Okay. Now, Mr. Wilson, I also have another document here. This document is titled Waiver of Counsel for Purposes of Entering a Guilty Plea or Proceeding to Trial. Do you recognize this document? Yes, sir. And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Yes, sir. Now, Mr. Wilson, before you signed and initialed these documents that I just showed you, did you read the documents? Yes, sir. Okay. Did you understand what you read? Yes. And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Yes, sir. Okay, Mr. Wilson, just have a seat and we'll have a prosecutor to talk to you in a few minutes. Okay. All right, here you go. Next case is, yeah, two of them. Yeah, she has two. Next case, I have two cases. Both cases are cause numbers 23CCCR0100 and cause number 23CCCR0101. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Patricia Stubbs. Ms. Stubbs, is your full name Patricia Stubbs? Patricia Stubbs. Mr. Stubbs, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Stubbs, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God? Yes, sir. Ms. Stubbs, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Stubbs? That's good, Ms. Stubbs. I have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. You recognize this document? You need to see it? Okay, step over here and take a look at it. You recognize this document? Okay. And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Yes, sir. Are these your initials on the line stating you would like to apply for a court-appointed attorney? Yes, sir. I also have another document that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document? Yes, sir. On page 2 of the same document, there is a signature above a line that is titled Defendant's Signature. Is this your signature? Yes, sir. Ms. Stubbs, before you signed and initialed these documents, did you read the documents? Yes, sir. Did you understand what you read? Yes, sir. And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Yes, sir. Okay, Ms. Stubbs, I read your answers. Based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney, and the attorney that will be appointed to represent you in this case is Attorney Marva Provo. Attorney Provo will be given information on how to contact you, and you will also be given information on how to contact her. Our court coordinator is going to give you that information. Once you get that information from our court coordinator, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Just have a seat in the chair right there at the wall, the first chair. Yes. Next case is cause number M334028, case of style of state of Texas versus Ruben Sanders. Mr. Sanders, your full name is Ruben Sanders?
Ruben Key Sanders.
Okay, Mr. Sanders, would you please raise your right hand? Sanders, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Sir.
Mr. Sanders, you may put your hand out. How are you doing, Mr. Sanders?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Sanders, I have before me two documents. First document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
And are these your initials on the line stating you'd like to apply for court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir.
The next document is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled Defendant Signature. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Sanders, before you signed and initialed these documents that I just showed you, did you read the documents?
Yes.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Okay, Mr. Sanders, based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. And the attorney that will be appointed to represent you in this case is Attorney Nathan Reynolds. Our court coordinator is going to give you information on how to contact Mr. Reynolds, and Mr. Reynolds will also be giving information about how to contact you. Once you're given that information from our court coordinator, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Please have a seat in that third chair by the wall,
They did grounds.
Nathan, yeah, she's gonna give you that information.
All right, thank you.
He's still filling out some paperwork. So you have a case in here, in this court? Gentleman with the black shirt, yes. Okay. Okay. Christian Simeon? Okay. Mrs. Simeon. Your full name is Christian Amani James Simeon?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Simeon, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Simeon, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God? You may put your hand down. I'm looking on this here document. It says that Mark Fager was rescinded. Was that was a jail run?
Which one?
On page 2, the third one, Simeon. It said Mark Fager was rescinded.
Yes,
That was a jail run?
yes.
Okay. Mr. Simeon, how are you doing?
Pretty good.
That's good. Now, Mr. Simeon, I have some documents in front of me. Now, these documents that I have, first document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And the second document is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document?
Sure.
Now, let's see, on the first document, the judge's explanation of rights of defendants without attorney. There's a signature on the bottom of this document that's titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
There's a set of initials on the line stating you want to apply for a court-appointed attorney. Are these your initials?
Yes, sir.
And on the Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant's signature. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Simeon, before you signed and initialed these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
Now, is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Simeon, based on your answers, you do not meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of court-appointed attorney. Now, Mr. Simeon, let me do this here. We're gonna go off the record. I need to ask some information that's regarding your finances. And so pursuant to Article 1.24 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, all proceedings and trials should be public. However, pursuant to the case of Lilly versus State 365 Southwest 3rd, 321, the right to public trial is not absolute and may be outweighed by other competing interests, such as the disclosure of non-public information. And that's what I'm getting ready to ask you, is non-public information about your finances. And so based on that, you have a right to have this hearing closed to the public. Okay, now we on YouTube.
No, I watched that.
Huh? You don't want the public to know about it, right? Okay, so the court finds that the party has advanced an overriding interest that is likely to be prejudiced to him in that it will disclose non-public information. The court finds that the party seeking to advance disclosure has advanced an overriding interest. The court also finds that this interest is the closure is no broader than necessary to protect his interest. And the court has considered other reasonable alternatives. And so the court makes these findings, and these findings are adequate for the closure. So at this time, okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna have everybody to step outside, and we'll call you back in. Yes, just have a step out, seat outside.
Go ahead, I can get them.
No, you can't go.